Amy Lash-Esau from Friends University. We are so excited to have you here to talk about your experience with Accudemia, and the floor is yours.
I think you might be muted though.
Double
There you go.
muted. I was double muted.
Oh,
So, yeah, thanks. I am Dr. Amy Lash-Esau. I'm the director of the Academic Resource Center and ADA Services for Friends University. We are located in Wichita, Kansas, kind of pretty much smack dab in the middle of the country. And I was talking with Rachel and maybe Nick one day, because they were helping me with a problem, and I just said, I really appreciate you guys and just all of the help that you've provided me with the support. I just took on my role about 2 years, a little under 2 years ago, and had never worked with Accudemia before. So there was a steep learning curve, although I had some other staff who were able to help me move through it. But I just said, I really appreciate what you guys have done. And if you ever want anybody to do a testimonial, I'd be happy to do that. So here I am. And just want to give you a brief background about if you've never heard of Friends. I know there was a thing on social media for a while. Is there really a Friends University? Yes, there's a Friends University. We're a small private college in Wichita, Kansas, as I said. A lot of our students are from Kansas, but we do have students from, a lot of students from Texas or California, but around the world, across the country and around the world as well. So when I came on board, the Academic Resource Center was already using Accudemia for student tracking, and that was in the fall of 21. And initially coming in, I'm like looking at the reports going, this is not very helpful. We don't know what students are actually here for, because they were in categories, and then that was creating problems with trying to find the right tutors. So one of the first big tasks that I had one of my staff members work with, I think probably Nick and or somebody else with Accudemia support and one of our IT people, was to redesign our categorization system so that students actually using their courses. And some of you might be going, well, duh. My predecessor didn't think that was important. So when it came down to it, that was a big, huge undertaking, and probably took 4 to 6 weeks of back and forth among the staff here in Accudemia, but it came out really well. And so we're actually able to get useful reports based on actual courses, usage of courses, and with the tutors and the scheduling and things like that. That's been very helpful. So that was, yay, number one for Accudemia support. Another issue, just in kind of a check-in meeting with Rachel, as I was getting to know her and she was getting to know me, she told us that we could use Accudemia to schedule tutor appointments. Again, some of you might be going, duh. Well, we didn't know. And we were using something called Appointlet. That was costing us probably close to $1,000 or maybe even a little over $1,000 a year. And for a small school, $1,000 is a big deal. So because of that interaction with Rachel, we were able, and help from IT support again, we were able to discontinue our Appointlet use and integrate the scheduling system with our calendars. And so that was yay, number two for Accudemia support. Then just kind of over the last not quite 2 years, as I said, there's just been a number of odd little things that have come up that I've tried to figure out. We've had these schedule reports that come, the email says it's from two different people have sent out reports that haven't been here for 2 years. And like, what's up with that? But we don't want to stop those reports because the people might depend on them, and just trying to figure that out. So once again, reaching out to my IT guy, who also reached out to Accudemia support, we were kind of able to figure that out. And then with the announcement of scheduled reports being able to be editable, I'm like, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. So part of my goal this summer is to look more into that feature and learn how to use that feature so that I can get those reports and start having them come from people who actually still work at Friends and not the staff that have departed for a while ago. Let's see. What else did I have to say here? Yeah, I mean that kind of covers it. I just want to, everybody to know if you have ever hesitated to contact Accudemia support for any reason, please don't hesitate. Do contact them because they've just been nothing but very helpful. And so overall, while I inherited Accudemia as the tutor and attendance tracking system when I took this job, I've been very pleased with the software and the support from the Accudemia team. So thank you.
And thank you. We're really excited of all that you've been able to accomplish with Accudemia, how many processes it's saved for you all. It's been a real pleasure to working with you. We're look forward to continuing to work with you.
So
Yeah,
we're not your problem child, huh?
No, absolutely not. No. And I want to
No,
echo what you're
never.
saying. I have had this happen with multiple clients where they had been using Accudemia for some time and didn't know, even after years and years, what they could do with it, what all they could do with it, and they were paying for systems that could do what they were already paying for in Accudemia. So I think that that just goes to show it never hurts to reach out to us. I've gotten questions where somebody says, this is a long shot, but can you do this? And I've been able to say yes. Sometimes I have to, I have to say no. It's it's not capable of that particular thing, but a lot of times I can say yes, and I definitely think it's important to hear from other clients that it's worth your time to reach out to us and to ask, and even if we say no, it could be something that we implement in the future, and it's good to get that on our radar.
Yeah, I'd like to think that maybe I had a little something to do with the editable scheduled report feature. So,
Well, we do
Oh yeah.
take client requests into account for that for sure.